lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see from the title of today's video, we're doing something super exciting and we are going to be starting to react to the TXT guide video. And now I'm honestly so excited to get into this, and this is the guide video that all of you guys are recommending to me, so I already know it's going to be amazing. But I thought we would react to it in the 6-parter rather than all in one go, because for me personally, I really enjoy taking the time to really listen and really take in every single bit of information that I can within these videos. So I think doing it this way, it'll really just make me, you know, be able to get a better understanding of TXT and everything that's to do with them. So I can't wait to get into this and see what we can expect from part 1. But before we do, if you guys are new to the channel, then welcome and thank you for joining. Make sure you're clicking that subscribe button down below to stay up to date with what I post on this channel. And while you're at it, why not leave a little like on this video as well? It really does help me to see what you're enjoying watching, so I can keep on making more videos like this. But with that being said, I'm just super excited to get into this, so let's go.
1, 3, hey, we're together.
I honestly am super excited. I've been loving TXT so much, you guys already know.
One of the biggest K-pop acts on the planet.
Oh, that was cool with the rose. Oh, I love that. Leading the future of K-pop. They really are phenomenal, just from what I've seen so far.
Before we dive into this guide to TXT, here are a few things to keep in mind. This guide
Look at
does
them
contain
go.
spoilers, but timestamps are provided where possible if you want to skip the more spoiler.
I always
heavy
expect
sections.
spoilers when it comes to these guide videos, but that's
we do
alright.
highly encourage you to watch the members' skills segments when you get to those parts.
Yeah,
These short
sure.
clips of performances are essential for showcasing each
I
member's
love they've got the
unique
spoiler
strengths
alert, so just
and are
in
a big
case,
part
you know.
of truly getting to know them. So, unless you're very spoiler sensitive, we recommend
all
giving
good.
those a watch.
I'll still react
You'll
to
also
everything
notice
anyway.
a few pop-ups with extra info throughout the guide. These are totally optional,
Ooh.
but feel free to pause and check them out if you're curious
We
or
will
want
be,
more
for
context.
sure. We will be pausing, I'm
All right,
sure.
with that out of the way, let's get you
Look
started
at
on your
them.
TXT journey.
Oh my gosh,
Hope
stop
you
it.
enjoy.
They are unreal. Who are TXT?
TXT
Let's
are a
find out.
5-member boy group from South Korea who debuted March 4th, 2019 under Big Hit Entertainment.
Incredible.
The group's full name, Tomorrow by Together, refers to the dream of these 5 boys. Subin,
I love the
Yeonjun,
name.
Beomie, Taehyun, and Hyunin Kai, who have come together under one dream in hopes of building a new tomorrow.
Oh,
While each
I
member
love
of
that.
TXT naturally has their own strengths, all 5 were trained as vocalists, dancers, and rappers, leading
They're
Big Hit
unbelievably
to make the
talented, aren't
natural
they?
decision to debut the group without fixed positions, with the exception of Subin as the leader. At a
Oh,
time,
do you know what? I really love that. I do. I think the fact that obviously they all are so talented in so many different areas, they haven't really put like a label on any of them, you know? There's no real expectation of them just being solely good at one thing. They're just able to do it all. And I think the way that really is embraced and encouraged within this group is something that's so refreshing and lovely to see. And I think that it really does just allow them all to have more freedom, doesn't it? You know, with feeling like they're able to express themselves in every sense of style that they would like to, whether that's singing, dancing, whatever. You know, I think it really does just bring more light, I feel like, to being free within whatever movement they want to pursue within the group as they go along. You know, I think it definitely gives that more sense of like an openness, you know? I love that.
without fixed positions, with the exception of Subin as the leader. At a time when fixed roles were the norm in K-pop, TXT stood out as one of the first ever groups to break
love
from
that.
this
They
tradition.
broke the barriers a little
pioneering move
bit.
that helped popularize the new generation's trend of positionless groups. Described both internationally and domestically as K-pop's it boys, and celebrated as one of the industry's global leaders.
Yeah.
TXT's
They are
musical
literally ahead of the
storytelling,
game.
diverse discography, and incredible performances
Storytelling
have
is
cemented their
unreal
place
with these
as one of
guys.
the leading K-pop acts of
That's
today.
what I've noticed so
A
far
standing
from
they've
their
earned
music
through a
videos.
journey marked by challenges, perseverance, and growth.
1, 3, 안녕하세요. Tomorrow by Together입니다.
TXT's debut
just so
in March
sweet.
2019 was much anticipated, with them being the first group to debut under Big Hit Entertainment after the most successful act in K-pop history, BTS.
It's a big group to follow
Just
as well,
to note
isn't
before
it, you
we
know?
continue, after a process of acquisition and rebranding in 2021, TXT now falls under Big Hit Music, a subsidiary of Hybe Corporations. This simply means TXT are now under the same company as groups like ENHYPEN, LE SSERAFIM, 17,
All incredible
and others.
groups as well.
But they, along with BTS, soloist Ihyun, and the newly debuted boy group Cordis, are the only artists under the label of Big Hit Music.
Phenomenal.
Since November 2018, when Big Hit announced their plans to debut a brand new boy group, anticipation and expectations for the debut of BTS's little brothers grew significantly.
That's
Cut
so
to March
sweet.
4th, 2019, the debut of Tomorrow by Together. TXT's anticipated debut song, Crown, reached an impressive 15.1
I still haven't seen this yet, but I definitely will be reacting
within its
to
first
it.
24 hours, setting the record
They're
for
so
the most viewed
cute.
fourth-gen boy group music video in the first day.
Wow, what an
TXT's
achievement.
debut EP, The Dream Chapter Star, performed equally well, peaking at #1 on both Korea's Circle album chart and Billboard's World Album chart. The EP also debuted.
Literally, just from the get-go, they were like setting marks and goals for themselves that nobody'd ever really achieved, and that is just unbelievably amazing to see, isn't it? Like, it just shows, even from day one, they were so incredibly successful, you know, and they really did just have the brightest of futures ahead of them, and that's just continued to this day. I think just hearing all of that, you know, hearing how they had to follow up from groups like BTS, which, you know, a massive marker to really follow, but I think that just shows how amazing they are and how talented they are, you know, to really almost like, again, set that standard, you know, set that standard for themselves in being something so different and so diverse, maybe from the K-pop groups before them, you know, having that sense of not having the positions within the group and setting, you know, new guidelines almost for K-pop groups to follow, I think is something that's so incredible. But honestly, just seeing them, they look so adorable, they look so cute. Like, this is where it all began, and it's so sweet to see.
Korea's Circle album chart and Billboard's World Album chart. The EP also debuted at 140 on the Billboard 200,
140
making
on the
TXT
Billboard
the fastest
200.
K-pop group to chart on the
I was
Billboard
going to say,
200.
that's so quick to be on the Billboard charts
While
as
these
well,
numbers
you know?
might suggest that TXT's careers started at an ultimate high, that is not entirely the reality. TXT's first comeback had to be delayed several times due to the members' ongoing health issues.
Bless them.
While this might not appear to be a big deal, the K-pop industry is fast-paced and highly competitive, so extended delays between releases
must
can
have
make it
been like a
incredibly
worrying
challenging
time
to
as well.
maintain momentum and relevance within the industry, especially for a rookie group like TXT.
But just look how
During
they
this
did
break
that, you
period,
know?
it was
They really
clear that the
did.
members were
I
worried
love
that
the
their
hair.
fans would leave them, and while some fans did stay, unfortunately the members' worries became a reality, as many fans who were tired of waiting for a comeback withdrew their support.
See, with all due respect, I don't understand people who do that. Do you know what I mean? Because for me personally, if I like something or someone or someone's talent or a group or whatever it may be, an artist, you know, an actress, an actor, whatever realm of artistry, I feel like for me, if you truly love what somebody does and you are, you know, supportive of that and you appreciate who they are as people and what they create, I don't understand people who, just because you have to wait a little bit longer, like, I know sometimes maybe you might get a little bit frustrated at that, but it's just like, even then, for me personally, if I had to wait like a year, 2 years, 3 years for one of my favourite groups to release music or to come back, like, genuinely, I feel like I would wait a lifetime if I had to. And maybe that's just a me thing, I don't know, but honestly, I think if you truly support somebody and what they do, you would want the best for them as well, you know, in terms of their health, in terms of them being at their best, for their well-being. Surely that's what you want. So I don't understand people who, you know, sometimes negatively look towards certain groups or certain people because they're taking longer to do something, or they haven't released something in so many years, or whatever the, you know, thing might be, for a reason as to why you choose to stop supporting or stop listening. Because, like, if you truly are a fan of something and you truly love what somebody does, that doesn't change despite how long the time frame is as to when you see that, you know? So I've never really understood why people lose interest so quickly if it's something you really enjoy and are passionate about, you know, appreciating. But I guess maybe that's just certain people. I mean, obviously, I don't understand it, and it makes me sad, quite honestly, because, you know, these groups, they work so tirelessly and so hard to be at the ability that they're at, you know, to be at the top of their A game. And it's like all of that determination, all of that drive, all of that love and passion and everything they put into everything. For me, I think that, like, that should be something that is appreciated, because it means that it means so much to them as well, which in turn shows how much it means to them in terms of the fans, you know? Like, how much they think of the fans. They want to put out the best of what they can. They don't want to just give you something that's, you know, subpar. They want to be, you know, raising the bar every time. So I think that just shows how much love they have for what they're doing as well. So it doesn't comprehend with me, if I'm being completely truthful, when people say like, oh, I've waited so long now, that's it, I'm not waiting anymore. It's just like, why? they just want to be at the best that they can be, and they want to give everything that they have to the fans, you know. And I really respect that personally. I think, you know, putting your health and your well-being above everything else is something that I've always said is and should be like top priority when it comes to these groups. I think sometimes, you know, they do give so much of their energy and their time to what they do, and I think that, you know, for me personally, as long as they're okay and as long as their health is being taken care of, that is utmost priority. Sorry, I've just gone on a little tangent there and a little rant, but I feel like sometimes I just don't understand people who don't continue that support just because of something like, you know, a longer period of debuting or a longer period of waiting for an album or, you know, whatever it may be. I don't understand it. I don't.
This became a reality, as many
Just
fans who
look
were
at
tired of waiting
them.
for a comeback withdrew their support.
They're adorable.
이번 앨범 이름이 꿈의 장 매직이잖아요. 이름이 굉장히 잘 정해진 것
Okay.
같다고 생각을 했어요.
Wow.
컴백이 딱 2번 정도 밀렸을
I'm
때
so excited to see more of their like earlier days of
큰일
music
났다고
as well.
생각을 했거든요. 사실 속으로 굉장히 많이 불안하기도 했고 나중에 또 안 오면 어떡하지 생각을 많이 했는데
That was cool.
마법같이도 다시 돌아와 주셔서 너무 감사합니다.
Oh,
When TXT were finally
they're
able
just
to make their first
sweethearts.
comeback, they expressed their excitement about reconnecting with fans in person. However, just a few months later, those long-awaited moments of connection were abruptly halted by the
COVID.
onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, which ushered in another period of isolation and revived the same uncertainties
They
and
really
worries
have
that had
been
only
through
just
it all
begun to
today,
fade
wow.
after their debut period hiatus. This extended
It must have been
separation
so hard
further
for them.
disrupted key milestones, such as touring, that are crucial for building artistic identity, confidence, and purpose in the early stages of an idol's career. As a result, much of TXT's rookie era, a time typically filled with connection and growth, was instead defined by distance and a lingering sense of missed potential and unfulfillment.
It's understandable, obviously, that they would feel that way, but I think, if anything, going through all of that and really having to deal with all of the challenges they have, it's made them stronger and it's made them even brighter of, you know, shining stars. I think that even though they maybe didn't have the easiest of starts and they did have to face, you know, a lot of hardships, it really has just showcased how determined they are to have made this work and how much they do love their fans, because just from what I've seen so far on some of the reactions I've posted, it's so obvious to see how much love and support these guys have when it comes to their music from so many amazing fans. So I think that just really gives me hope in seeing that even though they maybe didn't have the easiest of starts and they didn't have the most, you know, easiest of roads to go along on this journey, it still has allowed them to create such a beautiful community in their fans and continue to showcase their creativity on such a beautiful scale, you know?
Defined by distance and a lingering sense of missed potential and unfulfillment.
무대하려고 좀 응원받고 사랑받으려고 가수를
It must be so hard though when all you want to do is just be able to perform and you just physically can't do that because
괴리감이 들더라고요.
of things outside of your control, you know?
저는 지금 있는 팬분들이 저를 안 떠나게 잘 붙잡고 있고 싶어요.
Sumin, don't break my heart.
So while TXT's career may have started at an ultimate
Just that,
high,
like, fear.
it was soon clouded by a sequence of uncertainty and doubt. Thankfully, these clouds have now parted, and TXT continues to reach new highs. However, the one thing that has perhaps impacted TXT's journey the most continues to this day. And that is the pressure and hate they got, and continue to get, for debuting as BTS's little brother group.
No, I'm sorry. Listen, when I tell you, okay, and it can actually make me start tearing up in a second, I have seen, even just like becoming a newer, you know, fan of these guys and slowly entering into their world of music, I have seen so many comments and I've seen so many things they've had to deal with and people saying about them and just absolutely scrutinizing them for any and everything that they can. And I will never understand people who try to do this and try to drag people down and try to compare people and groups to other groups. And it's one of my most like bugbears when it comes to just the industry in general. I think the way that people constantly, you know, compare groups, compare people to each other, when it's like these guys are a complete different group to BTS or any other K-pop group. These guys are their own individual people, they're their own individual group, and they make their own, music that's completely different from anything that maybe BTS or whatever other group maybe make. And it's just like, I will never understand people who try to tear somebody down to try and make somebody else look better, because ultimately all you're doing is you're really just creating a negative space. All these guys are trying to do, all these K-pop groups are trying to do, is create beautiful communities of people that spread kindness and joy and love throughout the world. And I think if you choose to go against that and you choose to almost bring negativity into a space that is so beautiful, that says so much more about you than it does about anybody else. I honestly feel sometimes so heartbroken for these groups, and I mean, it's not just necessarily TXT or BTS, it's so many other groups, so many other artists who have to go through that sense of scrutiny and constantly being criticized and compared to other people. And it's like, you have no idea what that does to a person. You have no idea how detrimental that can be to somebody's mental health and how much they probably still linger on those comments years down the line. You leave a comment on a video or on a photo and you go along with your day. These guys have to deal with that in their mind for the rest of their life, probably. I'm going to say that, and I know it sounds drastic, but it is something that I feel like, in some sense, yes, you can read these comments and just try and disregard them. But I think I, along with anybody else, would say if you receive a negative comment, you're going to be constantly thinking about that, and that's going to constantly be something that plays in your mind. And I think that is something that people who leave these comments don't necessarily understand. Like, that is something that you get to go along with your day and you get to, go and enjoy the rest of your life. These guys have to constantly see these comments from not only you, but other people who are trying to, negatively impact them. And it's just something that goes so beyond just your one comment. It goes to a point of hundreds of comments, which goes to then, hundreds of videos or hundreds of photos. And it must just be so incredibly overwhelming. And I have the utmost respect for any idol who has to put up with things like this, because it genuinely breaks my heart. And I honestly don't understand people who do this. And it makes me so sad every time I see more things about this, because I feel like for me, K-pop brings me so much joy, and entering into this space, like starting this channel and discovering more about K-pop music and the artists and the groups, my favourite thing has been how much kindness and how much love these groups try to create among the world, And I think for people then to go against that and to try and spread hatred into such a beautiful, positive space genuinely hurts my heart. And I will never understand people who do that.
Pressure and hate they got, and continue to get, for debuting as BTS's little brother group.
It's just absolutely awful.
너무 불안하기도 하고 너무 부담이었어요. 사실 저희 정말 방탄소년단 선배님과 저희 빅히트 엔터테인먼트가 큰 날개를 달아준 게 사실이니까 그에 대해서 뭔가 아직 명백하게 증명한 게 없다 보니까 불안했는데,
저희를 데뷔 때부터
사람들이
가질 수 있는 편견이 많을 수 있는 그룹이라고 저는 생각했고, 그리고
방탄 다음 나온 팀이니까.
네, 저희도 인정하는 부분이고, 근데 형들과 회사.
It makes me so sad because what I think then as well people don't understand is it constantly makes them question themselves. And I think having to deal with the constant pressure of people almost always having that idea of you being the group to follow in somebody else's footsteps, you're always then going to have that self-comparison within your own mind, And it just hurts because, like, they have done so many incredible things, just from what I've seen so far, and I've only reacted to, like, a couple of videos so far, but from what I've seen, the absolute beauty in their storytelling, the beauty in their music and their vocals and everything they do, and to know that people try to almost negate all of the incredible things they have achieved by almost saying that wasn't off of your own merit, that was off somebody else. Like, it's awful to think about, because no, ultimately you can think what you want to think and you can have your own opinion, but it can be the wrong one, in my personal opinion, and I think it is the wrong one. Obviously, I'm always somebody who says, you're entitled to your own opinion and everybody's allowed to think what they want to think, but I think in this instance, when it comes to any group as well, and I'm not just talking about TXT, but I honestly always merit every single artist and every single group for who they are, because I think they put in so much time and so much love and so much of who they are in their lives into every single thing they do. And I think that even at the base level, there should be some respect for that. Like, there should be some ability for you to understand, even on the lowest of levels, like, oh my gosh, I completely respect how much of their life they've given up for this, how much of their, time with their family, their friends, and just being in that sense of youth they've given up for this. The amount of time they've probably taken vocal lessons or dance lessons or, spent on creating concepts. Like, it goes so beyond the point of them just sitting down one day and being like, we want to create this, yeah, let's do it, it's done. They put hours upon hours of blood, sweat, tears, and just love into everything they do. All of these groups, and like I said, I'm not just talking about TXT, I'm talking about groups in general on a wider basis, because I don't think sometimes people understand on enough gravity how much it actually takes for these things to happen. It's not like they just say, we want this to happen, and it happens. It is something that takes so much time, so much of their, lives. And I just wish sometimes that people who are negative would take a moment to really step back and think, oh, hold up, this is actually the gravity and the scale of what they do, because I don't think sometimes people really take in how much it takes to be at this point, to be at this level,
방탄 다음 나온 팀이니까.
네, 저희도 인정하는 부분이고, 근데 형들과 회사가 달아준 날개를 견디기 위해서는
As the biggest K-pop act in history, the narrative of BTS's extraordinary rise from humble beginnings to international stardom has unavoidably cast a long shadow over any future groups associated with their agency. However, none have faced as much scrutiny and pressure as TXT, who were not only the first group to emerge from this legacy, but also for the first 6.5 years of their career, the only other group directly under Big Hit Music. What many people don't know is that upon being accepted into Big Hit, the TXT members were completely unaware of the advantageous position and subsequent pressure they would experience debuting under the heavy title of BTS's Little Brothers. Yeonjun, who was the first member of TXT to join Big Hit, joined the company in 2014, the year after BTS's debut, at a time when the company was still facing bankruptcy. While Beomie, the last member to join Big Hit, joined the company in 2016 before BTS even won their first grand prize.
See, this is the thing as well, and it's like, sometimes I don't think people really understand the concept of perspective, because if you really understood that this group was starting its formation whilst BTS was still rising, like, they hadn't even probably at this point, when this group was just forming, even achieved half of what they have today, and I think people instantly think, BTS, this group's following in BTS, so it's obvious that they have almost been like on the backbench of BTS's success, but it's like, no. These guys were just forming as BTS were just starting to begin their journey, And I think sometimes people don't necessarily understand that idea of just perspective and taking a moment to really, look at all the facts and look at the truth of the reality of, ultimately, they were going along their journey simultaneously, maybe on slightly different paths in terms of, success, but ultimately they all began from the same sort of point in many ways, Also, I just want to ask as well, please let me know, I have been saying Beomie, but I feel like in this video she's saying Beomie. Am I saying that right? Please let me know how you say his name, because I don't want to be getting it wrong, and I do want to make sure that I am pronouncing his name correctly. So if I am saying it wrong, please feel free to let me know. I always, want to make sure that I'm respecting the names of these guys. But truly, I have the utmost respect for TXT. Just hearing even just a snippet of what they've gone through, I have the utmost respect for the fact that they went through all of that and they came out even stronger, and just look at them shining now. It is just a testament to their strength and their power and their determination, and I think they are phenomenal.
Joined the company in 2016 before BTS even won their first grand prize. Ultimately, all 5 members of TXT took a chance on a relatively small company, completely unaware of the future success of their seniors and how this might consequently influence their own idol journeys. For the first few years following their debut, the members rarely spoke about the details of their training period. But now, having carved out their own place in the industry, the members have become more comfortable talking about their time at Big Hit before it grew into the large-scale company it is today.
사람들이 이제 투모로우바이투게더 하면 방탄소년단, BTS의 동생. 항상 사람들이 비교를 우리랑 하니까. 그러면서 이제 많은 사람들이 쟤네들은 좋은 환경에서 이렇게 좋은 이렇게 시스템에서 일을 시작했겠네라고 하지만 나는 옆에서 봤던 사람 입장에서는 그렇지 않았고. 그래서 8-8을 아는 이 하이브의 아티스트들은 너네랑 우리밖에 없겠지.
맞죠.
이 빅히트의 성장의 서사. 너희들이 다 알고 있겠지. 연습생
I
생활을
just
그때
love-
했으니까.
I just love how openly honest that Sugar was being there as well, and just saying like, ultimately people compare you to us on such like a massive scale, but it is just like nobody can truly understand what any of us went through apart from us because we were the only ones to experience that. Like, I think sometimes people think that they have the right to almost voice their opinion without really knowing the full facts, and nobody understands how difficult of a process it must have been going through all of what they went through, and nobody understands, you know, that on the level that TXT and BTS ever will. But I just love the fact that despite everybody else's negative perspectives and opinions, you know, BTS really, it seems like, have been such a comfort to TXT in a lot of ways. And I love that moment there, just seeing them interact a little bit more, you know, and just really have an open conversation about that, because I think it's something that does need to be voiced. So I definitely would love to watch that video. Let me know, guys, what video that was, because I think I definitely would like to watch that one with Sugar.
너희들이 다 알고 있겠지. 연습생 생활을 그때부터 했으니까. 야, 물에 사이다를 타먹던 시절이 있었다고?
네. 그러니까
물에다가 잠깐만, 사이다를 왜 타먹는 거야?
아니 제가 그때는 좀 사비로 계산했어요.
회사 법카나 뭐 이런 게
혹시
아니라.
사이다를 하나 시켜. 그래서 돈을 아끼려고 물을 좀 타먹으면 맛이 똑같아.
돈 아끼려고? 그때는 그게 없어? 장부가 없었나?
Oh my
좀
god,
지나고
bless
나서
their
했었는데
heart.
하루에 시켜 먹을 수 있는 음식 최대값이 6,000원이었나?
맞아. 그때 그래서 좀 제한이 많았어.
그래서
내가 들은 것 중에 제일 싸.
들어올 땐 안 그랬는데 눈 떠보니 대기업 같아.
Oh my gosh.
들어올 땐 보컬룸에 버섯피어 있었는 거예요.
아 그거 마음 아파요. 처음에 그거 스펀지 조각인 줄 알았다고. 그 청소하는 건 줄 알았어.
태연이가 말을 해버렸지만은 그땐 좀 맞았어요. 저희가 맞으면서 배웠는데
Oh my, that's actually ridiculous. That's actually unbelievable. Oh my. See, this is the thing as well, and I don't want this video to constantly just be me, you know, talking about the negativity, but it is just like, these people who are writing these comments have no clue what these guys have been through. Like, to hear that they've got physically hurt just for wanting to live out their dream and just trying to give everything they can to something. It just like breaks my heart that people still continue to criticize them. I haven't even got any tissue. And guys, hearing the conditions that they had to deal with, genuinely, it makes me so incredibly like sad for them, but it just hurts my heart. They were watering down Sprite because, you know, they had to pay for their own meals, getting physically hurt. And people still want to say negative things about these guys? Like, why? How? What in the world could they have possibly done for you to have any negative opinion? Because all I see is a group of 5 unbelievably sweet and kind people who just all had a dream. And they just wanted to live out that dream. And for doing that, for wanting to start out this journey, they had to put up with things that go beyond the imagination that anybody could ever begin to understand. It genuinely just breaks my heart.
맞아요. 요즘에는 체벌 안 되죠. 뭐 그때야 체벌했지. 지금 체벌하면 큰일 나죠.
멤버들 진짜 코찔 때부터 다 봤잖아요. 아기 때부터. 정말 물새는 연습실에서 다 같이
Please don't cry.
이 추운 겨울날 온풍기 하나 의지하면서 자고 근데 얘네가 이제 다 커서 이 많은 사람들 앞에서 공연을 하고 멤버들한테 너무 자랑스럽고 고맙다고 얘기해주고 싶고요.
Oh, I adore all of them. I adore all of them. This is heartbreaking. I didn't expect this today, oh my gosh. They should be unbelievably proud of themselves. Like, just saying that they're proud and grateful, they should be so incredibly proud of themselves to have put up with and gone through all of that and still come out on the other side of it. And do you know what I want to say as well? For them to have gone through those conditions, for them to have had to deal with so much, and to still to this day be so wholesome, so humble, so kind, such beautiful people, it says so much about their character and who they are. Wow. They're just amazing, aren't they?
멤버들한테 너무 자랑스럽고 고맙다고 얘기해주고 싶고요. 그리고 너무 고생 많았다 얘들아.
Because of the pressure and the intense trainee period spent together, the members have formed a close brotherhood, which is evident in their interactions and sibling-like
I'm
dynamics.
so glad they had each other though,
평소에는
you know?
싫다 하다가도 누구 하나 아프면은 연락 5명에서 다 각방점에서 다 오고 다 힘들 때는 진짜 누구보다 제일 잘 챙겨주고 가족이 되는 그런 존재들이거든요.
So beautiful to see,
멤버들을
isn't it?
수식할 만한 표현은 없는 것 같아요. 친구라고 하기에는 그 이상의 것이 있고 직장 동료라고 하기에도 뭐 더 이상의 것이 있고 가족이라고 하기에는 피가 안 섞였고 소중하죠. 못 바꾸죠. 눈에 넣어도 안 아프죠.
Apple of my eye.
투가트 할 거지? 우리 멤버들 5명이 그대로 모이면은 저는 투가트 할래요.
Despite their amazing talent and hard work, TXT continues to face ongoing prejudice from the fiercely competitive and often toxic world of K-pop fandoms, with many still using TXT's debut privilege as a way to discredit their success. And while there is no denying that TXT debuted at a privileged position, reducing the entirety of their success to privilege alone unfairly downplays their hard work, journey, and talent.
It is just like this. I'll keep on saying it, and I know I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but I don't understand people saying that it's just based solely off of their privilege, because even if somebody does have that privilege, okay, they are not going to be able to base a whole expansive career of years and of fans throughout the world based off of just privilege. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't just say that what they are and who they are is based off of almost like a step up from being part of this company who, you know, was also founding BTS. Like, you can't constantly keep saying that, because if that was the case, that privilege would have probably ran out years ago. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that would have only gotten them so far. But to be at the level of where they're at now and to have the fans that they do, it says so much about how talented they are. It says so much about how much work and how much love and how much determination they've got. And it just says so much about who they are as a group and as individuals. And I think for people to constantly be belittling that is something that truly is aggravating to me. And that's only as me being a fan for maybe like a month or so and listening to like a couple of songs. I already feel such like a strong connection to them based off of what I've heard so far. So for people to be saying negative things like that, like, it genuinely, it hurts me. And I don't even, you know, I can't even say that I've been a fan for that long, because obviously I've only recently discovered their music. But for long-term fans, I can only imagine how hard it must be to see comments like that, you know? It just really aggravates me, and people are trying to belittle the talent of somebody else just to try and bring them down. Do you know what I mean?
To privilege alone unfairly downplays their hard work, journey, and talent. This perspective also fails to recognize the immense expectations and pressure uniquely placed upon TXT, which has significantly skewed how their progress and talent are measured compared to their peers. Despite these challenges, TXT have consistently risen above them, transforming criticism into motivation and proving that their success is built on a foundation far deeper than privilege alone.
You
In
can
an era
see
where
that
many
real
K-pop
like
groups struggle
drive.
to find concurrent popularity in both international and domestic markets, TXT has distinguished themselves as one of the few K-pop acts managing to achieve significant and balanced success in both. As TXT continue to top charts, set trends, and break
Just
records,
look at all
their
of
achievements
the
both at home and
awards,
abroad
like-
underscore their status as a powerhouse in the industry and solidify
It
their
just
place
shows
among
their
K-pop's
talent,
most
doesn't it?
successful acts. The members credit all these achievements to their biggest driving force, their fan base MOA, which stands for Moments of Alwaysness.
Oh, that's so
MOA also
sweet.
means to gather in Korean, as the members in MOA are gathering together to complete one dream.
I love that.
When turned
I
on
obviously
its
knew
side,
of the fandom
MOA
name, but I
also
didn't know what
becomes
it
the number
meant.
304, which represents March 4th, TXT's
Oh,
debut date.
That's so
TXT
sweet.
are constantly expressing
Oh
their
my
sincere love and
gosh,
appreciation
wow.
for MOA. As the members say, they are the only ones who truly understand and acknowledge their journey and hard work.
I'd like to think that I'm, you know, at least a baby Moa right now, but I will be a Moa one day, guys. Like, I just need to, I need to learn more, I need to see more, but I am definitely a fan of these guys, for
결국에
sure.
저희를 완성시키는 거는 팬분들이다. 이 퍼즐 조각이 딱 완벽하게 들어맞는 거는 결국 팬분들이 없으면 있을 수 없다라고 생각하기 때문에 투모로우바이투게더의 이름을 가치 있게 만들어주는 거는 무조건 모아드리기 때문에
Their vocals are just so beautiful, aren't they? I'll definitely be reacting to as much of their music as I can as well on the channel for sure, because I am loving hearing more from TXT. This sounds like such a good song, and I love how much it must mean to the fans as well, you know?
Ultimately, through TXT's
Beautiful.
hard work, talent, and ability to live up to expectations, they have proved themselves and created a distinguishable and unique image that separates them from their senior label associates. What can be said for sure is TXT are certainly a force to be reckoned with in
Very
this
true.
ever-growing and evolving K-pop scene, as they strive to create a better tomorrow together.
I just love everything their name represents as well.
TXT is constantly praised for their standout discography.
Oh, that's so cool.
Standout not only in terms of the quality of their title tracks and B-sides, but also stand out in their dedication to unique and meaningful concepts and sounds that artistically set them apart from other
Oh, I
K-pop
love.
groups.
Guys, I need to see
use the
more of
words of
this.
prominent Korean music critic Kim Young-dae. In a business rife with all kinds of exaggerated concepts and universes, TXT doesn't follow the traditional K-pop formula, yet they have managed to become the most anticipated group of the next generation.
I just love everything about their concept.
TXT's training focused predominantly on hip-hop. In fact, for the majority of their trainee period, the members were under the impression they'd be debuting with a hip-hop concept. However, since their debut, rather than confining themselves to a fixed aesthetic or sound, TXT have embraced change and versatility as a core
I love
part of their
it, like
artistry,
literally just switching up the
resulting in a
game.
discography that spans a wide range of genres and styles.
It's amazing. I think to be so versatile is such an incredible thing. I need to react to more of these songs, guys. I do. Let me know what ones you want to see me react to next, but genuinely, I'm going to react as much as I can. Okay. We're in the sky. They can just do it all. Ooh. I'm so excited to see more. I've just literally filmed my reaction to this as well. I love this song. Oh. This song's everything. Yeah. So good. Oh, I love the sound of this. Oh, I need to. Oh, guys. Oh, I love this song too. It's so beautiful. Ooh. Vocals are unreal from these guys, quite honestly. They've just got so many different styles, and it's so cool to see. Ooh.
In an industry where many artists build their
I love
identity
it.
around a fixed aesthetic or sonic brand, TXT's diversity might initially be mistaken for a lack of artistic direction or conceptual focus. However, their
It just
discography
allows them
stands
to
out as one of
explore,
the most
doesn't it?
cohesive and
And I think
thoughtfully
it really
crafted in the
does just
industry,
draw more people
with
in
each release
because
tied together through
their
an
music
ongoing
is something
narrative
for
of youth.
everybody. It's universal, you
Rather
know?
than relying on a single sound or visual style, TXT have shaped their artistic identity around an album-based narrative.
And they
structuring
haven't
their
confined
discography
themselves to
into a
like
series
one
of
specific
interconnected
box
albums
either,
known
which I
as
think can be a
chapters
challenging thing
that
sometimes to
capture
be
the
feeling like
evolving
you're
emotions and
stuck.
experiences of growing up. Like chapters in a novel, each comeback builds upon the last, weaving together a rich, layered narrative
I love
that
it.
transforms their work from a series of isolated releases into an ongoing coming-of-age story.
It's
Regardless
beautiful,
of
isn't
genre
it?
or aesthetic, this consistent emotional thread runs through TXT's music, creating what many recognize as a distinct TXT-ness. Where other artists captivate through sheer spectacle,
It sets them aside,
TXT,
you know?
as the storytelling idols, connect through quiet sincerity. They tell stories that feel unflinchingly real, never shying away from the raw and unpolished realities of growing up.
Absolutely.
That honesty resonates with listeners, offering comfort to those living it now and nostalgia to those looking back. It's this
Okay,
sincerity that
okay.
gives their discography a timeless quality, one that lingers long after the comeback hype fades. Since their debut, TXT's discography has been shaped by Big Hit's clear and controlled vision for its central narrative. While this ensures cohesion, it has naturally limited the members' creative freedoms, as their contributions must fit within this overarching story. As a result, they often find themselves competing with seasoned writers and producers from around the world, with every idea measured against the bigger picture of their ongoing storyline.
It's just like they just
Following
want to be able
different
to have that
comebacks,
creative
the members have
license
often
almost,
told
you know?
stories of how songs they have written have been temporarily dismissed by the company because they did not fit within the musical narrative of that chapter. While many might be disheartened by
It's
this,
their journey,
TXT
you know?
are encouraged by Big Hit to keep these songs to one side for either their solo mixtapes or
I
until
hope they do
fit
get to
within the
release them
narrative
one
of
day,
their
though.
group albums.
I
Despite
do.
Big Hit's strict vision for TXT's discography, there are still several TXT songs that are written by the members, which ensures that the coming-of-age story they are telling is reflective of their authentic voices and
I'm
experiences.
glad they at least get like some input
Only
into
7
that
months
though,
after
you know?
debut, the youngest member, Kai, set the record for being the youngest idol to be registered under the Korean Music Copyright Association after he helped write the song
Absolutely.
Roller Coaster for their first
Incredible.
studio album. 6 months later,
Wow.
TXT became the youngest idol group to have all members as registered songwriters.
That's phenomenal.
While TXT's latest group album brought their original narrative of youth to a close, the stories and lessons that defined it are now being carried forward beyond music through their partnership with UNICEF on Together for Tomorrow, a global campaign supporting children and youth facing mental health challenges. For 6 years, TXT have embodied their role as the narrators of youth, giving voice to the worries, hopes, and quiet struggles of growing up through their music. Now, with UNICEF, they are expanding that mission by helping create spaces where young people can express themselves,
See, they're
build
just
supportive
absolute
relationships,
sweethearts.
and find strength in empathy, kindness, and inclusion. TXT's story has
The
always
love
been
that they
about
have
more
for
than music,
people is
and this campaign shows how their
unbelievably amazing.
sincerity, once captured in song, can ripple outward into the real world.
Just
living
creating
up
that
to
like
their
greater
name and helping
change,
us
you know,
build
in
a
the
brighter
world.
tomorrow together. For a more in-depth understanding of TXT's discography, visit our site, One Dreamography, where you'll find a chronological guide to TXT's releases, along with chapter and album summaries, detailed song analyses, contextual insights, and accurate lyric videos and translations.
I will
This is
say,
linked in the
these videos are
description
so
below.
incredibly insightful and helpful.
Along with the lyrical storyline that runs through their albums, TXT has an additional storyline known as the Star Seekers, which is a fictional universe that runs through many of their music
just
videos.
reacted to this music video.
While the themes of their music center around the real-life experiences of growing up, the Star Seekers adds a layer of magic and fantasy, creating a more fantastical parallel to the grounded themes of their discography-based storyline. Along with music videos,
I just love
the Star
how like
Seekers also includes a short
unexpected
animation
a lot of
film and
their,
webtoon.
you know, music and music videos are. Ooh, get the harmonies. They just look like so much fun.
Hi, my name is Joseph.
Hey.
To get to know the members' individual journeys and personalities, make sure to check out the 5 other parts of this guide series.
I will be.
which can
We'll be
found on our
reacting to
channel.
all the parts of this for
Additionally,
sure.
TXT has a lot of non-music content you can check out, which will give you a more in-depth understanding of their personalities and group dynamic.
I definitely want to see more of her personality, so I'll probably react to some videos as well. But I really want to react to the whole of the guide first, for sure.
To Do TXT is TXT's official variety show, where the members take on a variety of missions, games, and challenges.
Oh, these look fun.
When To Do
What's
first started,
going on there? I
the
don't
members
know.
were still camera-shy rookies, but over the course of the show, they
Oh,
have
I'm gonna have
developed
to react to some of
5
these
variety
guys.
show kings,
For
showcasing
sure.
their chaotic, entertaining, dynamic, and unique personalities. Talk by Today is a vlog-style reality show where the members document the behind-the-scenes moments from their daily lives, starting from pre-debut up until the present. While To Do offers a look at the members' dynamic and personalities in fun, unique environments. Talk by
Oh
Today
gosh.
provides a deeper insight into their everyday lives. If this type of content appeals to you,
I'll
you'll also
definitely
enjoy their
be like
TXT
watching
vlogs,
some more of
which,
these
like
sorts of
Talk by
videos as
Today,
well
offer a more
over
personal
time.
and
I
candid
want to
glimpse
get
into
through
their
all of the
daily
discography first and all of the guide videos first.
TXT Flicks is a comprehensive fan-made resource for TXT content.
I love that.
Including performances, shows, interviews, and more. Here you'll find TXT's media
Vocals.
appearances and original content categorized and summarized accordingly, making it easy for you to find content.
Honestly,
that
can I
appeals
just
to
say
you.
as well, the
This is
people who
linked in the
create all of
description
these
below.
things have to give like a round of applause for because it's so incredibly helpful. Genuinely. Wow. Oh, that's cute as well. I love this little end shot. Wow. Well, I've got to say, this was an absolutely incredible video. Absolutely amazing. Such an incredible guide. Definitely went on an emotional roller coaster. That is for sure. I honestly am loving already how much insight we're getting into TXT. So I definitely will be reacting to the other 5 parts of this guide for sure. I honestly just am in complete awe of how incredibly strong that TXT are and just how much they've been through. Seeing the amazing people they are and how they have really, you know, continued to shine that light for people despite everything they've been through, I think is, like I said, a testament to who they are. And I honestly cannot wait to just start seeing and learning more about them because they really are incredible. But yeah, this video was phenomenal. Like I said, the guide videos are really, really incredible. So I will link the videos down below for you guys to go and check out if you want to go and check the guide videos out too, because they are a phenomenal channel. I think it's pronounced Beomie Bear? I'm not sure, but they are incredible. I think I've seen 1 or 2 videos before from them as well. So honestly, they are very, very insightful and helpful. So this video was absolutely amazing. But yeah, like I said, I will be reacting to the rest of the guide videos, so make sure you're keeping your eyes peeled for those. But honestly, this part was so unbelievably beautiful and just such a great insight into TXT. So I'm excited to continue on reacting to more. So make sure you're clicking that subscribe button down below to stay up to date with what I post on this channel. And while you're at it, why not leave a little like on this video as well? It really does help me to see what you're enjoying watching so I can keep on making more videos like this. But all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day and I will see you in the next video.